today we're going to have a discussion between the Korean and the Balinese culture.
Yeah, we have already interviewed one of the Korean who have already stayed in Bali for 10 years.
So we do believe that he's gonna be very great in giving us the differences between his culture and our culture, which is a Balinese culture.
Yes, so in this discussion, we would like to talk about religion,
Wedding,
relationship,
communication,
and table manner.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now let's check this one out for the first video with my partner.
Yes, let's see.
So guys, today I'm Swandi.
And I'm Anna,
We're going to have some interview to
Mr. Joe. So here is Mr. Joe, Joe Bongjae, right?
Yes.
Okay, he's from Korea, so just let's start the interview then.
Okay, today we'll have to have the interview about the Korean culture
Yeah.
compared to the Balinese culture. Okay, let's just start.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Joe, how are you today?
Yeah,
Very good. Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Yes. Well, to save the time, first question. Would you tell us, because as I know, every country will have different religion. Would you like to tell us about the religion in Korea a little bit?
yeah, the three religions.
Yes,
Three
religion.
One is Buddhism. It's a very old history. So almost all majority of Koreans are Buddhist, but they are not active Buddhist. Just a name for me.
Maybe the video is not really clear for you, and now I would like to explain for you once again. And in Korean especially, talking about the religion,
Okay.
religion culture, in Korean there are two religions here, Buddhism first, and then the second is Christian.
Alright.
Christian is divided into two. The first is Catholic and the second is Protestant. And how about the culture for religion? For the Christian especially, they only came to the temple for 1 week.
Oh.
And then for the Buddhism, they only come to the temple for 1 year. Or we can call as in the Buddhism part birthday.
Oh yeah, in
Imlek. Yeah.
Alright.
So in every day they never going to temple. They only celebrate in 1 week or in 1 year. Yeah,
Alright.
that's the culture, that's the religion culture of the Korean. And how about the Balinese?
Well, in Balinese especially, we actually mostly the Balinese believe in one religion. It is the Hinduism. And for talking about how many times they went to the temple, well, actually it's flexible. We can go to the temple every day if you want or if you have time. But normally we go to the temple when we have a special occasion or special ceremony, like in Purnama or in
Tilam?
Kajang or Tilam, something like that. And ladies and gentlemen, we don't need to go to the temple for every day, because here in Bali, mostly the Balinese family have their own family temples. So if we want to offer our offerings, we just go to the family temples and pray. That's it. That's really simple. Well, guys, every culture or every religion, they will have their own way to conduct how they do the processing of their pray. So we can't judge whether this religion is bad or whether this religion is good. But all of them is good. It depends on how the people act or how the people believe in that religion. So now let's continue with the other section of the interview with Mr. Joe. It's we're going to talk about the relationship.
Yes.
So let's check this one out, guys. Yes.
The Catholic about 95% of the whole population.
Oh,
So
really?
very big percentage. So a lot of Christians now. So if you go to big cities, every corner you can see the cross mark.
Yeah,
church.
cross mark.
Yeah, church. Every corner, yeah, you can see it. So in the world, the the most missionaries to send to other countries. America, and second is Korea.
Okay.
Korea send overseas missionaries. So yeah. So this traditional religion, you cannot call it is religion, but their belief, their faith is there, and then Buddha, and then Christianity. So like it.
Okay, for the next question, it's still related to the religion. As we know that there are three major religions, but how do they live? How do they live in the diversity of religion?
In Korea, the religion is not so extreme or severe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, maybe the video also not really clear for you. And now I would like to explain to you about the relationship in Korean. Yeah, talking about the relationship for the Korean who stay in city, they will live in an apartment and they will live individual. They don't like to do the interaction with others. They mostly don't know who their neighbor. Yeah, because they only go to work, and after they back from work they came to their house, and they don't want to know what is the neighbor do, something like that.
They just live individually, right?
Yes, individually. And however, for the Korean who still live in village, they still doing the interaction with other neighbor. They still keep in touch with their neighbor, and they also still ask the neighbor, where are you going, something like that, when they meet in the street, something like that. But mostly the Korean like doing the individual. Yeah, because they don't like much interaction. The interaction only they did only in the school, in their work, and also in their company.
And that's not really intense, right?
Yeah, that's not really intense.
Well, guys, in Bali, I believe that everyone has already know that the Balinese are totally friendly. They love to greet each other. They love to help each other, and they also live in the same place. Like here in Bali, normally we live in the same house with our grandparents, grandmother, with our brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and we just live it together. And this is totally very good because we still live with our family and we can do everything together. And also here in the society, in Bali we have like organization which is called banjar. In every village they will have their own banjar. In here, for the young men and for the young women, they have own organization, and this is called STT. Now here in this STT, we can do some social organization, like we do the help each other in maybe if there is a ceremony in Pura, we can go to the temple together and help each other, something like that.
Wow.
And also here in Bali, we totally influenced by the social life, so we can't live individually because here in Bali is very well known of the popularity of the social.
Oh, it's really different, yeah, with a Korean. Korean never has like banja. They don't have like that. They only stay in individual and they never doing the interaction or making a social group, something like that.
Maybe not. Not totally not do the interaction, but maybe less intention.
Yeah, less intention,
than the Balinese.
Yes.
So talking about the society, then we'll discuss it in.
So next, talk about elderly people before. So in communication, how do people in Korea communicate with elderly people? So maybe the behavior, special behavior, maybe in
eye contact, gestures.
Eye contacts normal, but always respectful eye contact.
Okay.
How about greeting?
Greeting is
Different in Bali.
Shaking
shake hands.
hands.
Shake
How
hands
about
and bow also.
Bow. Okay.
Yeah, bow is our tradition, but shaking hand is from Western
With
influence.
about thinking about relationship style. So do people in Korea love to live in society or individually?
Yeah, now in the city, is very individual, because
Individual.
the housing style also different from Bali. All the apartments, high rising buildings.
Correct.
So it's almost 20 or 30 stories. So
That's good.
one building, how many families? Maybe 100 families. So one complex, so many buildings. So there's they live 1,000 people.
Talking about the society, so of course it will related to the communication. So here, as I know that here in Bali, it's kind of different practice between the Korean.
As Mr. Jo said before, talking about the greeting in Korean, mostly the Korean use dibo, something like that, when they greet with other person. And then, but nowadays they also doing shaking hand to do the greeting with the
Okay.
Korean, because by shaking hand it's influenced from the Western culture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So here also in Bali, normally when we greet someone, we just say like here like this. We put our hand here and we
Yeah.
say Om Swastiastu,
Oh.
Rahajan Samang, or we greet someone like this. For the Balinese also now they got some influence by the Western culture, like what the Korean did. So now we just like doing this for the shaking hand, for the meeting, and for the meeting who is really important like that.
And in Korean also, when we greet with other person or when we talking with other person, eye contact is very important for them.
Yes.
Yeah, because when they say, when someone say we should pay attention from the eyes, it means we appreciate what they are talking about, something like that. So when we talk with other person and we don't pay attention with them, they will be not appreciate with us.
So that's totally different with the Indonesian or maybe for the Balinese culture. When we talk to someone and we see their eyes, we do the eye contact like this, and it means not appropriate or it's not polite, because it's like it's just like not appropriate for them to look at their directly to their eyes, because it seems like we are not appreciate them. So just like the difference, totally different with Korean culture in terms of the eye contact. But for the other things, it's maybe the difference is on the greeting. The intensity of the greeting, maybe for the Balinese is more much more, and the Korean is talking about the communication and the society. So it's not only related to greetings, but it also can be non-verbal communication, like what we did in wedding.
Yes, wedding.
Yeah, before we do the discussion, now let's check the interview with Mr. Joe.
Okay, let's check it out.
Yeah.
So in the city, if they have ceremony, maybe wedding ceremony, so a few people come or
Yeah,
maybe-
so if different from here. Here you help this way and that way
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
decorate, but if there no help like that. Helping is the envelope, cash,
Okay.
cash,
By
money,
cash, okay.
by cash.
So in weddings only envelope.
Yeah,
It's
you
envelope, okay. No need
your
to
your
help,
visitors,
okay.
you prepare one envelope. Yeah, depend on the relationship.
Yeah, yeah, the
If
closer.
you are not close, then $100. If you are very close, then $200.
Oh.
Then just you don't know the person, just only in the business only know. Then only
$10.
not
Yeah.
$10, $50.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Ju said before, talking about wedding in Korean is really unique, yeah. Because in Korean, when they make a wedding, they will did it in the hall, and they will not invite any other to help them to decorate the hall.
So they just do it by themselves?
No, they will call the event organizer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to
Okay.
decorate there, and then everything is done by the wedding organizer.
So they just do just come there and do the ceremony or something?
Yeah, only like that.
Oh.
And then when they invite someone, they will invite the person that they know, only they know. And then after that, when the person come to their wedding, they should bring the envelope.
Oh,
And do you know?
that's really interesting, right?
Yeah, do you know what kind of thing that they put in the envelope? Of course, money. Yes, of course. Can you guess how much they will put for the wedding party?
For Indonesian, 20,000 is lots.
For the Korean, it's really different, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Different on the how close they with the person.
Oh.
Yeah, because when when they really know with the person and they think they seem like the family and they are really close with them, they will put $200, right?
$200. So
yeah,
in
the envelope.
Indonesia, $200 or
Yeah,
more.
yeah, $200.
It can be more?
Yes, it can be more because they think they have a really close relationship with them. And then if they just know a bit with the person, they only put $100.
Okay. So here in Bali, we also give we just put the envelope, but the difference is here. Someone who give the envelope is for their friends, okay, for the friends and for someone who not really close to them. Because here for the Balinese who are like the family members or the relation, they will give things, not money. They will bring like here they bring lots of sugar. They will bring lots of eggs and then what else? Coffee, rice, something like that. So, but it is more than 100,000 or 200,000. But we didn't give money. But for those who brings money or the envelope, and here we didn't put any name.
And you know Koreans do vice versa. They put their name in the envelope.
No, we didn't do that. We didn't do
Yeah,
that.
that's Korean must. It must by them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So the bride and the groom will know.
Yeah, when they come to the wedding party, and then they put the envelope over there, and then after that they go to the restaurant, and then they eat. After that they gone. But actually, even the invitation, they never know the groom or the bride. They just know who invite them to come to their party.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is totally different. So here in Bali, for the wedding party, it can be takes more than 3 or 4 hours, and so different with your culture. There is only around
Only 30 minutes.
30 minutes,
Yes,
so-
only 30 minutes. It's really
short.
Yeah, short, yeah. And then because maybe they have only less intention, so they held the wedding party only in short time.
Okay, but here we for the participant they start the wedding from 7 and then until noon or until 1 or at 2 in the afternoon. So they will not go anywhere. They just stay there, even though they have to do they have lots of work to do at their home. No, there is no other choice. We have to stay and wait there until the ceremony is finished.
As we know, we as Balinese, yeah. I heard that Balinese will have the wedding ceremony until midnight.
Yeah, until
that-
midnight. That's for the reception.
Reception.
So here, well, actually, this is not kind of our culture because we take it from the other culture. Is for a Western culture. So
yes.
after the traditional culture, or we do the ceremony,
Yes.
and in the evening, start from 7 until 12, we'll do the reception in which the participant will come from the other, like the friends at the school or at the workplace, something like
Yeah.
that. And also here we don't have any kind of honeymoon.
Honeymoon. Talking about honeymoon, Korean must have the honeymoon. After
Right.
the wedding ceremony finished, they will go to the airport, and after that they will do the honeymoon for
Alright.
1 until 2 days.
So what about the ceremony place? Don't they make it clear
No,
or
it will be finished by the event organizer.
Oh, that's really great
they
then.
should do nothing for that. Just leave them and then they go for honeymoon, something like that.
Oh yeah, so here in Bali we after the ceremony end, then the next day the bride just like the usual housewife.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. Maybe they should clear everything after the ceremony, right? Oh my god.
So we just we have to clear up all the things that we used in the ceremony, and we also have to think about paying this, paying this, paying this. We spend lots of money for that, and also we are not able or we not allowed to wake up at noon.
Oh my god.
As what the bride should do actually. So we just wake up at 5 and we do everything the housewife need to do.
Oh, and you know, after they finish doing their honeymoon, the bride and the groom will go together to the bride house first, and then they will thankful for everything to her parents first, and then after that they will go to the groom house also do as the same thing.
The groom, not
Yeah,
groom.
okay.
Groom is
So-
mean
oh, yeah.
the equipment that we used to Swim.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I mean groom, yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So here also we have the that kind of culture also that we come to the bride and the groom house to like just for the keep in touch
Oh, keep
with
in touch.
the
Yes.
mother and the father like that.
Ah.
Well, I believe everyone have their own way to
Yes, of course.
conduct their marriage, and that's really amazing that we have a lot of culture of marriage, and we
Yeah.
can, if we want, we can take,
Compare, yeah?
we can take or we can compare
Combine,
from culture from this culture.
Okay, the next question is about food and
Very
table
interesting.
manner.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, table. So in Indonesia, rice and then some dishes
Yeah.
you mix
Mm-hmm.
on top the one bowl. So one dish, then all inside.
Inside.
But in Korea, not like that. So if the family or friends eat, you have your own rice bowl
Mm-hmm.
and soup, and other the dishes is so many dishes and the vegetable, fish, and the meat,
Mm-hmm.
all different kind of dishes or sharing. For example, four, then your rice bowl is your own.
Yeah.
Others are sharing. So
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
so
Oh,
You can
only
take, yeah.
take
yeah,
every-
yeah,
every
every-
food.
So you have a spoon and chopsticks,
chopstick.
sumpit, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
chopsticks. So you use the rice with a spoon and then chopsticks for the dishes, side
Mm.
dishes. It is called side.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Jill said before, and in Korean, talking about the table manner, especially when they eat, they will use a chopstick. Yeah, they will use chopstick, and everyone will have one bowl for the rice. And for the condiment like the fish, vegetable, and else, they will put in different place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they put in they will share with other. Only for the rice they will get for
a special
for the
bowl.
special bowl for only for one person. And for the other they will share together.
Oh, just like we put the rice
Yeah,
for own, but
yeah,
for the
for the condiment they will take together.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Well guys, that's all about a glance information about the table manner in Korean. And mostly the Korean use chopstick to eat. And when we talk about the Balinese, how they will use to eat?
Well, normally Balinese use their fingers.
Ah.
Fingers. All right. So fingers, we
Ah.
normally use finger to eat because it feels like more comfortable, and also we can mix everything inside of our plates.
Oh,
And also here the differentiate between the
wait.
Korean.
How about finger? Which one? The right hand or the left hand?
Of course, the right hand. So we use the right hand. Of course, it's clean and clear. We have to wash it first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And also, as what I said before, that
Yes.
we can mix our food using our fingers. And the difference between the Korean and the Balinese is when for the this.
Oh, for
So
this,
we put
yes.
in one plate. We have like vegetables, meat, sambal. Do you know
Oh,
sambal?
sambal. Yes, I know sambal. Like
Yeah,
sauce, yeah.
sambal, something like that. So we put it together in our plate, just like this, like nasi campur.
Ah.
And in the Korean, as I know that
Yeah, different.
Separated.
Yeah, separate. Yeah, something like this. When the people want to eat, they will get one bowl rice for themselves, and then for the condiment, like you said before, like this, for the meat, vegetable, and sambal, they put in separate place.
oh, so
Yeah.
we just take it.
Yeah, take it, and they can share with others. Only their rice they can get by themselves.
Okay.
Something like
So
that.
Korean also eat rice.
Yes, eat rice. Same like the Balinese.
Normally eat rice, or they have another main course, main
No,
food.
the famous main dish for the Korean is kimchi.
Oh, kimchi.
Do you know? Have you ever
Kimchi
tried?
just like a vegetable, but it is fermented, right?
Yes, fermented. And the taste,
I don't really like it because
Oh.
it's really not match with our tongue, with our taste.
Ah, but Korean is very, very like kimchi.
Do you like it?
No.
I think it's really hard to find a Balinese who likes kimchi, because here in Bali, our we really
Like
highly
spicy.
yeah, we really like spicy.
Yes.
So it's totally different with Korean, but I think every food is it's delicious if you can.
Well guys, when the Korean eat with other person and that person is elder than them, they should give the food for the elder first. And when they giving the food, they should use two hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, however, when the elder giving to the younger, they will use one hand. But the younger should replace in two hands.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the culture. How they appreciate the elder. It's in Korean like that. And how about the Balinese? Is that some culture like that?
Oh yeah, well actually in Bali we eat together with let's say with our parents. Then
Yes.
of course it's the same. We have to appreciate the elderly first, and we, of course, the first one is we offer to the elderly, to our
yeah.
parents or to other grandpa or
Grandma?
grandma,
Oh,
something
yes.
like that. So of course I think in every culture they will appreciate the elderly people, but about the culture of giving tea or giving the way how to give it, I think it's just the same, but the difference is the way how to.
Oh yeah, the
For
way how
the
to.
Korean, they just
use
like
two-
this,
yeah.
two hands, but here in Bali we just like this.
Ah, one hand.
Yes, one hand, but we put our left hand in our
like
in
this.
here, so
Ah.
just like this.
Ah.
So just the same, but I think we have different kind of way, but the point
yeah.
is to appreciate
The
everyone
elder, yeah.
or the elder.
Yes.
Well guys,
Yes,
so I think that's all of our video today. We are going
Yes.
to have another next video,
Video?
which is more information,
Yes.
and we're going to have another source. Maybe we're going to
Discuss about we will discuss about the difference between Balinese with French culture, something like that.
yeah, we don't
Yeah.
know. Just subscribe